There are exactly two types of people in this world. Those who feel a rush of excitement when they see the word free, and those who've learned to feel suspicious of it. And if you're being honest with yourself right now, you're probably the first type. Almost everyone is. Here's what's terrifying about that. The word free doesn't just attract your attention. It rewires how your brain makes every financial decision for the next several hours. Scientists have proven this. And the people who designed every store layout, every pricing page, and every subscription offer you've ever seen, they know exactly how to use it against you. This isn't about being smarter or more disciplined. Some of the most financially educated people on the planet fall for this every single day. Because this isn't a knowledge problem, it's a brain problem. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand why free might be the most expensive word in the English language, and exactly how to protect yourself from it before it costs you thousands more. Let's start with something that happened in a university cafeteria. A behavioral economist named Dan Ariely set up a little experiment. He offered students two choices: a Lindt truffle chocolate for 15 cents or a plain Hershey's Kiss for 1 cent. Most students chose the truffle, completely rational. The truffle was clearly worth the small price difference. Then he changed one thing. He dropped the price of both chocolates by exactly 1 cent. The truffle was now 14 cents. And the Hershey's Kiss was now free. And suddenly, 69% of students chose the Hershey's Kiss. The same chocolate they'd been ignoring, the quality didn't change. The price gap between the two options didn't change. The only thing that changed was the presence of the word free. And it completely reversed human behavior. That is not rational. And you and I are not as different from those students as we'd like to think. Here's where it gets darker. When your brain sees something that's free, it doesn't just get excited. It actually switches off the part of your brain that calculates risk. Neuroscientists call this the zero price effect. And it's not a metaphor. Brain scans show reduced activity in the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for logical decision-making, the moment the word free appears. Your brain essentially goes offline, and someone else takes the wheel. Now think about every free trial you've ever signed up for, every buy one get one deal you've ever taken, every free shipping threshold that made you add something extra to your cart. You weren't being irrational, you were being human. But the companies offering those deals, they were being very, very strategic. Because here's what they understand that most people never figure out. Free is never actually free. It's just a cost that's been moved somewhere else, hidden somewhere you're not looking. In 2022, a consumer research firm tracked the spending habits of 4,000 people across 6 countries for an entire year. And they found something that should disturb every single person watching this right now. People who regularly sought out free offers spent on average $3,200 more per year than people who ignored them. $3,200. That's $267 a month. That's a car payment. That's a short-haul flight every couple of weeks. Gone, chased away by the pursuit of free things. And the craziest part? When those same people were surveyed, 81% of them believed they were saving money by taking advantage of free deals. They were losing thousands, and they thought they were winning. So, how does this happen? Let's follow the money. Imagine it's a Wednesday evening. You need to order a few things online. Your total comes to $34. And then you see it. Spend $50 and get free shipping. So you spend 10 minutes browsing. You add a $17 item you weren't planning to buy, your total is now $51. And you feel great. You saved $4.99 on shipping, but you just spent $17 to save $4.99. You're down $12, and you feel like you won. This is what psychologists call the decoy effect meets zero price theory. The free shipping isn't the product, you are. Your spending behavior is exactly what they're selling to their revenue forecasts, to their shareholders, to their advertising algorithms. Every time you cross that free shipping threshold, you're not beating the system, you're feeding it. And this goes so much deeper than shopping carts. Think about free apps. You download something free on your phone. No credit card required, no strings attached. Within days, you're being shown ads tailored to your most private thoughts, the things you whispered to your partner, the problems you searched late at night, the purchases you've been considering for months. That app wasn't free. You paid with something more valuable than money. You paid with access to your mind. And the companies buying that access? They'll use it to make sure you spend more for the rest of your life. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, the free entertainment economy was built on one idea. If you're not paying for the product, you are the product. And everything those platforms show you is engineered to make you want things you can't afford. Compare yourself to people who appear richer than you and feel like your current life isn't enough. The average person now spends over 6 hours a day on free digital platforms. That's 42 hours a week, more time than a full-time job. And every hour, there are algorithms working to make you feel inadequate enough to buy something for free. Now here's where the rich versus everyone else divide gets really uncomfortable. Wealthy people, and I mean people who've actually built lasting financial security, not just people who look wealthy, they have a completely different relationship with the word free. When they see a free offer, their first question isn't, how do I get it? Their first question is, what do they actually want from me? They treat free offers the same way you'd treat a stranger handing out gifts on the street. Not with panic, just with curiosity. Just with the awareness that value doesn't appear from nowhere. Someone always pays. Meanwhile, most people have been conditioned since childhood to chase free. Free samples at the grocery store, free toys in Happy Meals, free stickers at the dentist. By the time you're an adult, the neurological wiring is deep. The word free creates an almost physical pull toward it. And marketers have spent billions of dollars studying exactly how strong that pull is and exactly how to aim it. And here's the move they use most often that almost nobody talks about. It's called the freemium trap. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. A company offers you something genuinely useful for free. Maybe it's software, maybe it's an online service, maybe it's a meditation app or a budgeting tool. You start using it. You get comfortable. You start to depend on it. Then, slowly, the best features, the ones you actually need, start moving behind a paywall. And because you're already emotionally invested, because switching feels like too much effort, because you've built habits around this free thing you pay, not because it's the best deal, because leaving feels like losing. Spotify, Netflix, LinkedIn, Dropbox, every language learning app, every project management tool, this is the model. And it works with devastating consistency because it exploits one of the most powerful forces in human psychology, loss aversion. We hate losing something we already have twice as much as we enjoy gaining something new. So when they threaten to take away your playlists, your shows, your connections, your files, you reach for your wallet. Not rationally, reflexively. The entry point was free, the exit is expensive, and the journey between the two was completely engineered. Now here's where I want to shift gears, because everything you've heard so far might feel overwhelming, but this is the part that actually matters. Understanding the psychology of free doesn't mean you have to become suspicious of everything or live in a state of paranoia about every discount you see. It means you can start making different decisions that actually serve you, because the antidote to the zero price effect isn't distrust. It's a single question, 4 words. What's the real cost? Not the sticker price, the real cost, the time cost, the data cost, the attention cost, the what will this make me buy later cost. When you see free shipping, ask, would I have bought these things anyway? When you download a free app, ask, what am I actually giving in return? When a subscription offers a free trial, ask, what happens if I forget to cancel? And do I actually want this long term? These 4 words, what's the real cost, are the single most financially protective habit you can build. And it costs nothing, which is actually, genuinely, free. Here's a real example of what happens when people start using this lens. A woman in her early 30s, let's call her Maya, was earning a decent salary in London. Not rich, but comfortable. Or so she thought. She tracked her spending for 3 months and found that free trials she'd forgotten to cancel were costing her £180 a month. Free loyalty rewards programs had trained her to spend at 4 specific stores, even when cheaper options were nearby. And a free financial advice newsletter she'd signed up for was subtly steering her toward investment products. The newsletter was being paid to promote. All free, all costing her. When she identified and cut these hidden costs, she freed up over £2,000 a year without earning a single extra pound. This is happening to people everywhere, in New York and Manchester, in Melbourne and Toronto and Berlin. The mechanism is the same because human psychology is the same. And the companies exploiting it are often the same companies operating globally, studying the same research. But here's the final piece, the one that reframes everything. The goal isn't to never take a free offer, the goal is to take free offers on your terms, with your eyes open, knowing exactly what the exchange is. There are genuinely good free things in the world. Open source software built by volunteers, public libraries, community resources, knowledge shared without agenda. Not every free thing is a trap. The difference is intention. When something is free because someone wanted to help, it usually still feels like a gift. When something is free because someone wants something from you, there's usually a moment, if you pay attention, where you can feel the hook. That slight pressure, that subtle urgency, that manufactured scarcity. Your job is to feel that feeling and pause. Just pause. Ask the 4 words. And then decide with your whole brain turned on, not just the part that lights up for free things. Because here's the truth about money that almost nobody tells you. It's not about how much you earn, it's about how clearly you see the invisible costs that have been hidden from you your entire life. The people who build real financial security aren't necessarily earning more, they're just paying for fewer things they never consciously chose to buy. Every time you ask, what's the real cost? Instead of just grabbing what's free, you're doing something most people never do. You're choosing. Actually choosing. Not being chosen by an algorithm. And that choice, multiplied over months and years, is worth far more than any free offer you'll ever see. So here's what I want you to think about. What's one free thing in your life right now, a subscription, an app, a habit that might actually be costing you more than you realize? Drop it in the comments. You might be surprised how many people are paying for the exact same thing.